Today, we journey back in time to an America locked in ice, where mammoths thunder across frozen plains, giant bison graze endless grasslands, and one predator hunted not alone, but as part of a relentless pack, larger than most wolves alive today, armed with crushing jaws and built for bringing down massive prey. It became one of the most successful carnivores of the Ice Age. For hundreds of thousands of years, the dire wolf ruled alongside saber-toothed cats, American lions, and giant bears. Then, as the world changed, it disappeared forever. This is the true story of the dire wolf, the legendary hunter that could not outrun extinction. Despite its name, the dire wolf was not simply a larger version of the modern gray wolf. Recent genetic research has revealed that it belonged to a distinct evolutionary lineage, so different that scientists placed it in its own genus, Enosian, meaning terrible wolf. Dire wolves lived throughout North and South America for more than 250,000 years before disappearing around 10,000 years ago. Adults weighed up to 70 kilograms or more, with heavier bodies, broader skulls, and immensely powerful jaws built for crushing bone and subduing large prey. They shared the Ice Age with Smilodon, American lions, mammoths, giant ground sloths, ancient horses, camels, and the first humans that entered the Americas. Rather than relying on speed alone, dire wolves combined strength, endurance, and cooperation, qualities that made them formidable predators. Everything about the dire wolf was designed for power. Its jaws generated tremendous bite force, capable of gripping struggling prey and cracking bones to extract nutritious marrow. Its broad teeth resisted heavy were from feeding on entire carcasses. Unlike the lighter, longer-legged gray wolf, the dire wolf had shorter, sturdier limbs that favored strength over speed. Scientists believe packs targeted large herbivores, including ancient bison, horses, camels, juvenile mammoths, and young mastodons. Once a target was isolated, teamwork became the pack's greatest weapon. The dire wolf's greatest advantage wasn't its size. It was cooperation. Like modern wolves, dire wolves almost certainly lived in family groups, working together to hunt prey far larger than any single animal could overcome alone. Each pack likely had experienced adults that coordinated the hunt, while younger wolves learned by watching and participating. Cooperation didn't end after the hunt. The pack defended its kill from scavengers, protected vulnerable pups, and relied on strength and numbers to survive one of the harshest ecosystems Earth has ever known. For a dire wolf, survival was never an individual effort. It was a family affair. The Ice Age was crowded with powerful predators. Dire wolves shared their world with Smilodon, American lions, short-faced bears, and eventually humans. Competition was constant. A fresh kill could attract multiple predators within minutes. Violent confrontations over food were inevitable, although packs gave dire wolves a significant advantage. Even they had to be cautious around the solitary Smilodon or the enormous American lion. Every successful hunt carried risk. Sometimes the hunters became hunted. Much of what we know about the dire wolf comes from an extraordinary natural trap. Over thousands of years, animals became stuck in sticky asphalt seeps. Their struggles attracted predators, which often became trapped as well. Among the most common fossils recovered were dire wolves. Thousands of skeletons have been unearthed, giving scientists an unprecedented opportunity to study their anatomy, injuries, age, and behavior. These fossils transformed the dire wolf from legend into one of the best understood predators of the Ice Age. For hundreds of thousands of years,
wow, look at the size
dire
of those
wolf
teeth.
Flourished across the Americas.
It says here it lived
then
over
the Ice Age
10,000
came
years
to an
ago.
end. Temperatures rose. Grasslands gradually gave way to forests. Many of the giant herbivores that sustained dire wolf packs disappeared forever. At the same time, humans expanded across the continent, hunting many of the same animals. Recent genetic research also suggests that dire wolves were too genetically distinct to interbreed with gray wolves. Unlike their smaller relatives, they could not easily adapt to changing prey or changing environments. As ecosystems transformed, The dire wolf's specialized way of life disappeared with. For decades, scientists believed the dire wolf was simply a larger, more powerful version of the modern gray wolf. But advances in ancient DNA revealed a very different story. Genetic studies showed that the dire wolf had been evolving separately for millions of years. It was so genetically distinct that scientists placed it in its own genus, Enosian, meaning terrible wolf. Unlike gray wolves and coyotes, which interbreed, there is no convincing evidence that dire wolves exchange genes with
This
those
structure
relatives.
confirms the predator
This discovery
classification.
completely
The bone
changed our
density on this
understanding of one of
specimen
the
is
Ice
incredible.
Age's most famous predators. Sometimes, the greatest
This structure
scientific
confirms the
discoveries
predator
don't come
classification.
from finding new fossils.
The bone density on this
They come from
specimen
looking
is
at
incredible.
old ones in entirely new. Although the dire wolf disappeared around 10,000 years ago, its legacy has never faded. Thousands of fossils continue to reveal new details about its anatomy, behavior, and evolution. Its powerful image has inspired books, documentaries, films, and television, making it one of the world's most recognizable extinct predators. But beyond its legendary reputation lies an important lesson. The dire wolf was perfectly adapted for a world filled with giant prey and endless grasslands. When that world disappeared, even one of history's greatest pack hunters could not survive. Its story reminds us that extinction is rarely caused by a single event. More often, it is a result of a changing world. For hundreds of thousands of years, the dire wolf hunted as one of the Ice Age's most formidable predators. Its strength, intelligence, and cooperation made it master of a frozen world. But when that world disappeared, the dire wolf disappeared with it. Nature does not guarantee survival to the biggest, or even to the fiercest. It rewards those who can adapt. And sometimes, the only traces left behind are bones beneath the earth, and stories waiting to be told.